Hi everyone, it's Elizabeth from Kasiwa82. Thank you so much for stopping by. I am done with one of my inserts, so I thought I would do a quick flip through. I'll put a link down below to a video that I posted recently that talks about these DIY inserts that I'm making using up some of my colored cardstock that I have in my stash. It's a traveler's notebook regular size, so let me move some of this aside so I can do a flip. Now, I tend to normally do a fast, silent flip because I never know what to say while someone is flipping, or while I'm flipping anyway. But I figured I would try something different today, and we'll see how it goes. So this is my 2019 number 3. It runs from April through May. And what I tend to use in my inserts, this particular inserts for, I do quotes, I put a bunch of images that I find, that show up somewhere in my stash or in the mail or in flyers that I like. And then I tend to take notes as well as sketch. So a lot of what you'll see in this particular insert, and actually the insert that I'm working on right now as well, is very similar to that. It's, I find a theme that works. I do the same over and over and again. And it's nice to sometimes wake up and not think about, or open up your journal and not think about, well, what am I going to do today? So a lot of times I'll be listening to a podcast or a video, and my notes, I'll take notes and it'll be just right where I am. There's a lot of sketching. There's a lot of, sometimes I'll be looking at comic books or art books and kind of like a style. So I'll try some of that. Again, there's quotes. One of the great things that, the thing is, people's faces are not my strong suit, and I've been working on them now for a while. And I find that as time goes on, I'm getting better at them, or at least in my point of view, I recognize the people I'm drawing. And so one of the things that comes in really handy as a model are, if you're watching TV shows, is actually pausing the show and doing a quick sketch of, the character in front of you. And that's just really fun. And it's also a fun way to kind of record a little bit of the show that you're watching. And again, I tend to take notes as well as just do some regular journaling, like at the bottom of the page. If something's going on, I will just make a note of, what's happening, what I'm reading, where I am, things like that. It's nothing complicated. It's nothing, I don't know, what's the word I'm looking for? It's nothing necessarily profound. I guess that's the word I'm looking for. It's not necessarily some profound stuff, because that's one of the things I think we sometimes get caught up in when we're writing in our journals, and especially when it's not a travel journal, right? Not that you need profound thoughts anywhere, but in a travel journal, you tend to have more reflective thoughts, if you will. And I tend to do a lot of my reflection in my morning pages journal, so they don't tend to show up necessarily elsewhere. But sometimes there's just, while you're doing a sketch, sometimes something occurs to me that I just want to record and keep track of, make a note of, and that's what I do. So that's the flip of this particular journal. I've already started working in the next one, which is the number 4. And this is the Traveler's Notebook regular size, only it's, instead of the Traveler's Factory or Midori brand, it's the Recollections brand from Michael. I got a couple of these covers, and you can see them in my videos on my channel a couple of years ago from Michael's when they were doing a clearance, and I think I picked these up for $2 or something like that. Anyway, in here, I essentially have a folder in which I keep some paper in case I want to, if that's all I'm traveling with. And I've already started, working on this particular insert. So same thing, it's just a regular habit. I'm really liking using just pen and ink. That is simple and portable, no fuss, no muss, and no mess. And I'm really enjoying that I'm not having to think a lot about, so what am I going to be drawing what do I do when I open the page? When I open the page, I kind of have an idea of what I'm going to do. It's just a question of have I found the character I want to draw. In case you're curious, most of the people that I draw tend to be fictional in that, or, I mean, they're real people, obviously, but they're fictional in that they're from movies or Instagram or somewhere that I'm finding them. I tend to not draw people that I personally know. In this sketchbook, I think there's two people that I actually know in real life, mainly because I'm not good enough to capture them in a likeness that satisfies me. So again, I find, and most of you will probably have a similar opinion, that when you go through a sketchbook or a journal of any kind, you're not going to love every page. And the thing is, what's great about a book is you don't love the page. All you do is you turn the page and you start again. Yeah, something new. And it's the entirety of this book that's really compelling and rewarding and satisfying. One of the things I have noticed, as you can tell, this one started on the 7th of April. And if I just do a quick comparison of this sketch to this sketch, which happened on the 18th, or for example, this sketch that happened on the 21st, to my eye, there is a noticeable improvement. And that's really what this is about. It's taking the time to take a line for a walk. It's paying attention. It's incredibly meditative if you can get the monkey brain to shut up and not be judgmental while you're doing your sketching. I often find that sometimes I get done with a page, or in the middle of a page, I'm thinking, well, this person does not look anything like that, or those eyeballs are not quite right. Doesn't matter. Keep going, turn the page, and continue creating. I hope you found something helpful to take out of this video. If you did, please give it a like. I'll be posting videos of this new Traveler's Notebook setup. I have actually changed things up, so that's going to come, and stay tuned for the flip of this one when it's done. I'm trying to get through these inserts about every couple of months, so we'll see how that goes. Stay tuned for that. And if you have any questions or comments, please let me know. If you have links to flips, I always love seeing them. Please put a link down below for me to go check out. Thanks so much for stopping by. I'll talk to you soon. Bye.